Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ross Records welcomes you to the 29th Saturday night at the Auld Mill. Please give a warm welcome and put your hands together for your compere this evening, Robert Lovey.
When the horse are in the stable and the kye are in the byre, and the hard day's work is over, and the old folk round the fire, all ging slipping through the heather, tea on Ferma into the hill, just to see my bonny lassie by the Auld Mill. She's got een like brambleberries, she's got cheeks like mountain haws, and her lips they're red like cherries. She's the bonniest flower that blaws. How I weary for the lousing, how I long to quit the drill and set off to see my lassie by the Auld Mill. Now the old folk oft times wonder just what keeps me out so late, but they never gang to sleep until they hear me snake the gate. But the old man he loses when he sees me talk the hill, that I'm off to see my lassie, come on, by the Auld Mill.
Oh, but fine to be back. A very good evening and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to Saturday night at the Auld Mill. This fantastic show, which is brought to us every year by Ross Records, ladies and gentlemen, is now in its 29th consecutive years, nearly 30 years old. Isn't it absolutely fantastic? It's seen all these great years. Yes, it's worth a round of applause just for being 29. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, this is my 24th Auld Mill. And I would just like to remind everybody that I was just out of Hippins 24 years ago. Just a little loon, just a little Robert Lovey. Well, it is a fantastic show. And when I think about all these years, I just look around at some of these youngsters and the pipe band here and some of the youngsters that we're going to introduce in this great concert tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, half of them weren't even born 29 years ago, let alone even thought about. But Saturday night at the Auld Mill is a great, good old-fashioned Scottish variety show. Good fun, good music and good song. Lots of lovely things. And over the last 29 years, we've had some fantastic performers lined up here, and tonight is absolutely no exception to that. And me, well, I've got the best job in the tune tonight, because my job is Chief Mullert. I follow proudly in the footsteps of the late John Mearns and the great Robbie Shepherd, who set the standard and kept the wheel turning in the mill for all those fantastic years. So in the style that they set, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and relax and enjoy another Saturday night here at our Auld Mill. And fit better to get us all steered up than the loons and quines of the Turriff and District Pipe Band. Don't they look resplendent, ladies and gentlemen? Led, of course, by Pipe Major Billy Hepburn Jr., and they're going to continue now with a fantastic tune, a new tune written by his father, Pipe Major Bill Hepburn, and it's perfectly just called the Turriff. So, once again, let's hear it for them, the Turriff and District Pipe Band. Come on, let's hear it for them again. Tariffin District Pipe Band. Absolutely fantastic. They're 87 years old this year. I know the youngins in the band, but the band's 87 years old this year, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't they fantastic? Led there by Pipe Major Billy Hepburn. Wonderful to see them. And they're a band that always look good as well as play good, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome again to the Almeal Mill. Isn't it fantastic? Another year on. If it like. Oh, it's an awful poor response. If it like. It's much better. If it was it that the lady in Middleton said, "Though folkies bid my welcome, and if it ever rode a strike, there's none that has a welcome that can match fit like." And that's very, very true, ladies and gentlemen. And another year on, 29 years, as a lady stopped me at the door a night coming in, she says, "Robert, if it ain't fine to see you, but she says, you're getting off a fight heated." I says, "That's all right, my dear." And I says, "You ken the all saying, there was snaw on the reef, it doesn't mean that the fire's out deep down." And I met the farmer at the back at Golden Square the night when I came in. The farmer that told me many years ago when I once got a one trip to Canada with a Geary blend. He says, "Robert," he says, "mind going a one, enjoy yourself. And wherever you go in this world," he says, "spread all the wild oats you can." He says, "and come home and pray like hell for crop failure." And that's what I've been doing ever since. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce now, to get our feet tapping in great style, this wonderful group of young fiddlers here. It's great to reintroduce them to the Almeal Mill, the front line of the Fochabers Fiddlers. The main group of the Fochabers Fiddlers, this is their 30th year in existence, a fantastic group from all over Morayshire. We've heard them here many times before, and it's always lovely to welcome them back. Led by this fantastic guy here, James Alexander. Great to see James here. Come on, give him a welcome. As he leads this 13 youngsters here who've got the most brilliant music for us all to enjoy. Come on, give him a big, big hand. The front line, Fochabers Fiddlers.
yeah, we're on. We're live. Good. Well, good to be back. Robert was saying 24 years. I don't know. I'm hard on his heels, but I can't catch up. I think I'm heading for 20. I've been in all the different venues. Capitol Theatre. We all there? All right. Then we moved to the big shed down at Dice, and then back to this cosy theatre. So it's good to see you again. We're going to carry on with a superb waltz that I'm sure you all know. Written by Pat Shieldham Shaw, but made really famous by the man himself, Mr. Ali Bain. So the tune's called, it is Margaret's Waltz. So yeah. Right, here's a couple of jigs. The first one is a well-known jig by Donald MacLeod called Rory MacLeod. The second one is a jig I wrote last year for a late neighbour of mine, a very, very brave man. And it's called Tim Lester's jig. much indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. Okay, we're going to finish off with a set we call the Glasgow set. It's got 2 jigs, Boys of Ballymote, then the Glasgow City Pipers, then the Barraburn reel, and finishing with the fiendish reel called the Glasgow reel. I forgot to check, are they smiling? They're nay. Well, you'll have to do something to make them smile. Do something kind of ridiculous, like jump up and wave or something, and make them smile. There's some new members that haven't done this sort of thing before at the very extreme right and left. I shouldn't tell you this because they'll get all worried now. So make them smile. They'll look in their trepidation. But I said this is the finest crowd I'll ever play to, because I remember the first time I did the show, Robert said to me, he says, you're going to enjoy it because it's the finest, most friendly crowd that you'll ever play to, and it's been proven over the years. So thanks a lot for your attention and applause so far. We're going to finish the Glasgow set for this half. Thank you.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big, big hand there. James Alexander and the Fochabers Fiddlers, front line. Absolutely wonderful. I can hardly believe, speaking to James earlier, that the Fochabers Fiddlers have been in existence for 30 years. They've got 8 CDs, have travelled all over the world. And as James always says, he has them between the ages of 12 and 17 when they head off to university and to do different things. And he says, over all those years, he says, we've always had plenty of new recruits willing to join our ranks. But it's fantastic, vibrant young music there. Once again, the Fochabers Fiddlers front line. And James, you know, he's a great lad, James, you ken. He's, he kens a right side of a shilling, James, you ken. So after we finished rehearsing today, he doesn't like to spend too much in food. So he says, I'll go on here, rake down it too, and he says, and see if I can find some white chap to him a supper. So he raked away down it too, and got down about the harbour area in Aberdeen. You seen, he's looking, you seen, there's this huge sign up outside this new cafe that said, food, drink, and a kind word, £1. You see, and James says, that's just the kind of place I like. So in he goes, you see, and it wasn't just an half a clean place, and there was a quine in the counter, it was half a quiet. So James comes up and he says, a good deal, my quine. He says, I'll have a cup of tea and a pie. So what was our act, you see? So the quine poured his tea and get him his pie, you see, and James was talking out of the door, and he turned to the quine, he says, and for about a kind word, and she'll look at about to see if her boss was there, she says, dinna ate that pie. Well, is that right, James? At the Auld Mill, through all those great years that we've had, we've always liked a bit of fun at our variety nights. And it's a pleasure to reintroduce this gentleman that's coming on because he's one of my favourites. He hails from that lovely Perthshire town of Pitlochry, and he's by far one of the busiest gentlemen in the Scottish showbiz scene today. You know him well. He's fondly known up and down the country as Scotland's son of fun. Will you please give a big, big welcome to the one and only Mr. Eddie Rose.
Good evening, how are you? Oh, by Jove, you're all well, that's super. Well, you know, Robert said I come from Pitlochry, and down in Pitlochry, they did a survey just recently there of why men get up during the night. And the answer that came up was that 10% get up to go to the toilet, 20% get up for a glass of water, and the other 70% get up to go home. I don't know if you were reading the paper or watching the television. Did you see that lady that put the cat in the wheelie bin? The council are chasing her now because she put it in the wrong bin. Well, there was two guys out having a wee game of golf the other morning in the golf course in Pitlochry. Lovely sunny morning, and there's two ladies up in front of them, and they're having what we would call in Scotland a good blether. And they're really talking away to one another and forgetting about the game of play. And the one guy said to the other, he said, look, we're going to have to ask these ladies either to move to the side or move on. He said, this is ridiculous. He said, holding everybody up. He says, I'm away to tell them. He said, well, on you go then. So away he went, he came back. He said, did you tell them? He said, no. You see, one is my wife. And the other one is a lady I'm going out with. He says, well, don't worry about it. I'll go and tell them. He says, well, okay then. So away he went, he came back. He said, did you tell them? He said, no, it's a small world. Willie and Sandy went along to the DHSS to get their death allowance, and Sandy says, look, I'll go in first, Willie, and see what this is like. So Sandy goes in first, the interviewer said, now, Sandy, could you shut the door? So Sandy got up and shut the door. He said, I'm sorry, Sandy, you failed. He said, what do you mean? Well, I asked you to shut the door, you've shut the door. He said, you're not deaf at all. You don't need a deaf allowance. Out you go. So Sandy goes out the waiting room. He said, look, Willie, whatever you do when you go in there, don't shut that door. Okay, don't shut the door. So Willie goes in, the interviewer said, now, William, could you shut the door? Willie says, shut the door yourself. Willie and Sandy are in conversation. Sandy says, you should go to night classes, you know. You learn a lot in night classes. She says, what do you mean? So I'll give you an example. He said, who is Obama? He said, Obama. She had never heard of Obama. She must have heard of Obama. He's the President of America. If you go to night classes, you would find these things out. Oh, he says, I see. She said, give you another example. He said, who wrote My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose? Oh, he says, I don't know. He says, well, it was our bard, Robert Burns, of course. If you go to night classes, you would find these things out. Oh, he says, see. He says, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. He said, who's Willie Riley? He says, Willie Riley? He says, I don't know who Willie Riley is. He said, well, he's the guy who goes to see your wife when you're at the night classes. There's an old farmer stays in a little village south of Pitlochry called Logierate. And he got on the telephone the other morning and he says, hello, this is Logierate 2424. I wonder, could you get me Interpol? And the lady in exchange said, just a minute, sir. Put on the local police station, see if they can help you. So the local police station came to the telephone and said, hello, can we help you? The old man says, hi, hello, this is Logierate 2424. I wonder, could you get me Interpol? He said, well, just a minute, we'll have to put on a headquarters down in Dundee. So on came Dundee. Bro, can I help you? He said, this is Logierate 2424. I wonder, could you get me Interpol? He said, well, just a minute, put on our headquarters down in London. So on came Scotland Yard. They said, hello, this is Scotland Yard. Can we help you? The old man says, hi, hello, this is Logierate 2424. I wonder, could you get me Interpol? He said, well, just a minute. Eventually, they get him through to France, through to Interpol. Interpol came on the telephone and said, hello, this is Interpol. Can we help you? The old man says, hi, hello, this is Logierate 2424. I wonder, could you send the wife a bunch of flowers? It's her birthday tomorrow. And there's another farmer just north of Pitlochry in a place called Blair Athol, and he had this cow, and the cow was supplying him with milk all the time. Great cow it was, and all of a sudden it went dry, as they talk about nowadays. And so he saw this cow advertised in Forfar for £250, and he went away and he bought it and he brought it home, and by Joves it was producing bucket after bucket of milk. And he said to his wife, he says, we'll need to get some caffy waffies off of this cow, because he says, my goodness, he said, she's producing great milk, but we're not going to have the same problem again. And he took her to meet the bull, you see, and when the bull came up behind her, she walked away. When the bull went to the front, she walked backwards. When the bull went to that side, she went to this side, and vice versa. And he thought, this is ridiculous. And he got a hold of the vet, and the vet came, and he said, look, he says, when that cow there, when the bull comes up behind it, it walks away. And he says, it goes to the front, it walks backwards. And it goes to that side, she goes to that side, and vice versa. And the vet said, that's a Forfar cow, isn't it? He says, how do you know? He says, my wife's from Forfar. But you never know the minute. The guy going into Forfar one day and he fancied a Forfar bridie. Now, he put his hand in his pocket, he had no money, and he took out his credit card and he wound the window down and he said to this guy, excuse me, is there a TSB in Forfar? The guy said, no, there's 2 F's and 2 R's. Well, you never know the minute. And the school's back again. The schools are all back, and the teacher in Pitlochry High School said to the class the other day there, she says, I want you to make up a little poem. Stanley, could you make up a little poem? So Stanley stood up, he said, my name is Stan. When I grow up to be a man, I want to go to America and Japan. If I can. I think I can. I know I can. She says, very good, that's lovely. Sadie, what have you written? My name is Sadie. When I grow up to be a lady, I want to have a baby. If I can, I think I can, I know I can. So that's very good, that's lovely. It's always one in the class. Daniel, what have you written? My name is Dan. When I grow up to be a man, I don't want to go to America or Japan. I want to help Sadie with her plan. If I can. I think I can. The teacher said, OK, class, she said, I want you to, anyone who can answer these next questions can go home early. So she said, the first question is, who said, I have a dream? And little Mary's up with her hand, please, miss, I know who that was. That was Martin Luther King. She said, very good, Mary, away you go. You're free to go home early, away you go. And wee Johnny standing there saying, I could have answered that. And the teacher said, now then, who said we will fight on the beaches? And little Priscilla's up with her hand, please, miss. That was Sir Winston Churchill. She said, very good, Priscilla, away you go. You're free to go home early. And wee Johnny's getting really annoyed. I could have answered that. The teacher said, now then, who said a big step for mankind? And little Lucy's up with her hand, please, miss. That, of course, was Neil Armstrong when he stepped on the moon. She said, very good, super. You're free to go home early as well. Away you go, Lucy. And wee Johnny, by this time, is really champing at the bit. She said, oh, I could have answered all these. And the teacher turned to write on the blackboard, and wee Johnny turned to the class and he said, I wish these bitches would keep their mouths shut. The teacher said, and who on earth said that? He said, Tiger Woods, can I go now, miss? My idol was the late and great Andy Stewart, and unfortunately we lost him in 1993, and he left a legacy of songs behind. He wrote over 200 songs for Scotland, and we're going to do a wee medley of them now. Not the 200, but one or two of them anyway. If you recognise them, please feel free to join in. They go something like this. In a far distant land by a fair and golden strand, where I met a heathen laddie in the morning, and he sang me his song as he proudly marched along, of a land of lochs and glens and silver seas. Take me back again, where heather hills are high, and I'll hear the mavis singing in the morning. For there's no place in earth like the homeland of my birth. Oh, my Scotland, I am coming home to you. Everybody clap. Take me back again, where heather hills are high, and I'll hear the mavis singing in the morning. For there's no place in earth like the homeland of my birth. Oh, my Scotland, I am coming home to you. Now when the pipes are ringing and the kilts are swinging and your heart is singing as you gaily march along, you can hear the story that is brave and roary and the tunes of glory of an old Scots song. You're standing near the banjo ever, hear them you want to cheer them as you feel the glory there. The rhythm thrills you and the drum beats fills you and the music thrills you of the old black bear. Brave are the honours we carry before us, brave are the hearts that lived in the chorus. Hear them playing, hear them sing, that is the story in the tunes of glory. If you're standing near the banjo ever, hear them you will want to cheer them as you feel the glory there. The rhythm thrills you and the drum beats fills you and the music thrills you of the old black bear. Brave are the honours we carry before us, brave are the hearts that lived in the chorus. Hear them playing, hear them sing, that is the story in the tunes of glory. I've just come in from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big, but I'm awful shy. A lassie shout when I go by. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello. The lassies who want me, everyone, let them catch me if they can. You can't take a breeks off a healing man, and I don't wear the truthers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello. I had a cold, my nose was raw, I had no handkerchief at all. Sat up in my kilt and I gave it a blow. You can't do that, we're truthers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies shout hello.
I went to a fancy ball and it was slippery in the hall, and I was feared that I would fall, 'cause I had nae on my truther. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go, all the lassies shout hello. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in the kilt I'll go, all the lassies shout hello. Don't know where's your trouser.
Come on, give him a big, big hand again, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful Scotland's son of fun, Eddie Rose. Eddie, wonderful. What a great man, great stories, and a great tribute there to the late Andy Stewart. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Rose. Well, you enjoying yourselves? Good show. Give us a wave for the balcony up in the Royal Book. The tickets were all dearer up here. That's for all the toffs are sitting up here, look. Anyway, we're all Meal Mel would never be complete without a fantastic troupe of dancers. And we've had some fantastic dancers here at the All Meal Mel over the years, and when I think back to those early days, of course, with the late great Bobby Watson at the Capitol, across Union Street, just up the road a wee bitty. But for the last 11 years at the All Meal Mel, we've been delighted to welcome a fantastic troupe of dancers, the way for deepest, darkest buchan. The way through for stricken, the Marlene Lowe dancers. And they always put a huge effort in to a great new dance routine or two every year for the show. And tonight is no exception, with our first routine being called a tribute to the Pipe Majors. There's a lot of very well-known dances that you'll see intermingled in their choreography, things like the Highland Reel, the Circle Broadswords, and the Reel Atulach. All the wonderful music that's put together for their dancing is played by the great piper Pamela White, a fantastic piper, and she's put some great tunes, some well-known traditional tunes, and a lot by those great pipe majors like Angus MacDonald, Donald MacLeod, and James Mackay. So would you welcome the dancers? There's Eddie and Amy and Lynn, and Debbie and Kim and Joanne and Leah and Grace and Nicole and Dinah and Gemma, and I miss none of them out, ladies and gentlemen, with piper Pamela White. Will you please give a big, big welcome again to the Marlene Lowe School of Dance. fantastic piping there from Pamela White. Come on, give them a big cheer. Wasn't that fantastic? Along with our Flower of the Quern Orchestra. Wonderful dance routine, greatly choreographed there. Well done to them all. All those girls. And the one lad, the lucky lad who gets to dance with that Quines. I wish that didn't uphill in dancing, I think. Anyway, I had lots of requests this evening, and I'm going to split them in two halves. I'll do some in the first half and some in the second half. But two fantastic requests I'd like to mention. One is for a golden wedding, and it's lovely to have them in here tonight, and that's Jim and Aileen Wallace from the bungalow at Westerton at Rothay-Norman. 50 years married. Congratulations to you guys. And 60 years, a diamond wedding to a Mr. and Mrs. Neil Haig with lots of love from all their family. They're in here as part of their their diamond wedding celebrations tonight. A big hand for them too, ladies and gentlemen. "50 years married and 60 years married, and I canna get a wife at all. Gee whiz. My father used to say I was free to a good home. Now he says I'm free to own a home. But when you think of all those years married, I was thinking in the wee story about this Aberdeenshire couple that'd been married for all these years, 55 years, you see, and they're out of their bed. The passion was kind of out the window this time, you see. So they're lying in their bed this night, Jimmy and Betty, and Jimmy, he's snuggled hard out to his side of the bed, you see, rumbled in him in a duvet trying to get to sleep, and Betty's lying there, you see, reminiscing about who things used to be. So she gave Jimmy a wee poke and she says, "Do you mind, Jimmy?" She says, "No long after we was married," she says, "we used to files get a kissy." So he's thinking, oh God, here we go. So he rumbled over and got her a quick on the cheek and rumbled back as quick as he could again, you see. So she's lying there and she says, "Do you mind, Jimmy?" She says, "when we was first married," she says, "we used to files get a wee bosey," you see. So he's thinking, oh, here we go again. So he rumbled over to her, get her a quick squeeze and rumbled back again till he's inside, you see. So she's lying there, reminiscing, and she says, "Do you mind in your awful passionate next, Jimmy?" She says, "You files used to give a wee bite," you see. So he's thinking, oh, I didn't really mind in that, you see, so never mind. So he threw back a duvet and he's out of bed and he's walking out to the bedroom and Betty says, "Mechty, far are you gone, Jimmy?" He says, "I want to bit my teeth in." Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure now, a great honour to welcome on our main top of the bill tonight at the Auld Mill. And after 29 years, it's fantastic to introduce a completely new lady that's never been to this show before. And I'm delighted so much to welcome her because I've been listening to her CDs and admiring her singing like I'm sure a lot of you have for many years. She's travelled over and hails from that lovely town of Fort William, where her home has been for most of her life. Paula McCaskill started singing at the very tender age of 6 years old, and she's never stopped singing and entertaining since, now in her 37th year of professional entertainment. She sings 7 nights a week at home and abroad, and it's great to have her at our Auld Mill tonight. You're going to love her singing and her performance, so will you please give a first-time welcome to the Auld Mill to Paula McCaskill.
Great to be here, and I hope you enjoy my part of this evening's performance. So I think we'll have a wee sing-song. Do you fancy a sing-song? Come on then. I wandered today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the sea below, the creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long, long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, where first the daisy sprung. feeble with age, Maggie. My steps are much slower than them. My face is a well-written page, Maggie, and time all alone was the pen. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as they did the songs that we've sung. But to me you're as fair as you wear, Maggie, since you and I were young. Right, a wee burst of this one. As I was slowly passing an orphan's home one day, I stopped there for a moment just to watch the children play. Alone a boy was standing, and when I asked him why, he turned with eyes that could not see, and he began to cry. Right, go on, let's hear you. I'm nobody's child. I'm nobody's child. I'm like a flower just growing wild. No mommy's kisses and no daddy's smile. Nobody loves me. I am nobody's child. No mommy's arms to hold me or soothe me when I cry. Sometimes I feel so lonely here, and I wish that I could die. I'd walk the streets of heaven where all the blind can see. Then just like all the other kids, there'd be a home for me. Right, you're on, you ready? I'm nobody's child. I'm nobody's child. I'm like a flower. On yourself. No mommy's kisses and no daddy's smile. Nobody loves me. I am nobody's child. Nobody loves me. I am nobody's child. Thank you very much. Great singing. Lovely. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks for joining us. Good to get a wee sing-song. It makes you feel better, eh? Hi, Hammond. Hi, how are you doing? I know quite a lot of faces in here tonight. It's good, isn't it? So it is. And there's no strangers in this room yet, just friends that haven't met yet. Yeah, nice wee thing. So it's lovely to see you. And we're going to play The Dark Island for you this time. So hope you like this wee song here. Away to the westward I am longing to be, where the beauties of heaven unfold by the sea, where the sweet purple heather blooms fragrant much. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, to finish off my wee spot this evening, I'd like to do a song which I'm very grateful for. It was one of my hits, and it's called Say You Love Me. So hope you like it, and it goes a wee bit like this. Well, I've waited for you. I'll always be true. Waiting no longer I can stand. And I know you are trying to make up your mind, but I've waited as long as I can. And I'm waiting for you to say you love me, say you love me. Long for the day you take my hand. And I asked again last night, your love is so divine, but I've waited as long as I can. All I can do, all I can say, you know I've got to make you understand that I want you for mine, but I've wasted my time, but I've waited as long as I can. But I'm waiting for you to say you love me, say you love me. Long for the day you took my hand. And I asked again last night, your love is so divine, but I've waited as long as I can. So now say goodbye, and the tears all from my eyes. You've made it clear back and away. No one would ever know the pain that I've been through, but I've waited as long as I can. But I'm waiting for you to say you love me, say you love me. Long for the day you took my hand. And I asked again last night, and your love is so divine, but I've waited as long as I can. I'm waiting for you to say you love me, say you love me. Long for the day you took my hand. And I asked again last night, and your love is so divine, but I've waited as long as I can. Here we go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Robert.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give it a big, big hand. Wasn't that fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? Paula McCaskill. Well, did you enjoy that wonderful singing? What a talented lady there, playing her keyboard as well. Once again, for a top of the bill tonight, Paula McCaskill. Here she goes. What a lovely lady. I think it's a privilege to get a kiss for the top of the bell at the end of the night. I'll maybe get a kiss later on. Wasn't she wonderful? Well, I hope you've enjoyed our first half. I don't know where it's gone. It's short past because that's the end of our first half. We've got a 25-minute interval now, ladies and gentlemen. The bar's going to be open, and mine's is a double Macallan if one would be standing in their hand, with plenty of water. You've time for an ice cream or whatever you would like. There's time to go to the sales table and buy plenty of CDs or DVDs from Ross Records and Paula McCaskill and Eddie Rose and all these wonderful performers. And you can get all your Christmas shopping done tonight if you'd like to buy a CD or a DVD. You've time for a news with your chums in the lobby if you would like, and you've maybe just time for a comfort break if you ran out and in between 25 minutes. We'll be back soon with the second half. Thank you very much for the first half. See you soon. Thank you very much.
been coming since it started.
29.
Yes.
29 years.
Her mum and dad used to come with us.
You going to be dancing? How about you? You going to be singing and dancing?
Cheers to the all-meal Mel.